One time for the city. Yeah, same aura as before. The smoke got blowing orange laws, meaning you pursue at your own cause. Last of a breed to do it how we was taught. Gods in the rafters.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Friday night. Don't look now, because the New York Knicks have won 5 games in a row, and these boys are playing defense, man. Knicks taking on the Blazers at the world's most famous arena. Denny FD and the boys out west come into the Garden, but they will be met by a force, a resistance called the New York Knicks, man. And the Knicks picking up where they left off from that second half dominance in Toronto with great ball movement, great defense, moving without the ball. You had a multitude of guys in double figures, all 5 Knicks scorers in double figures, plus one more off the bench, and Mo Diawara getting some action in this one. So this was a full squad effort, a full squad victory. Knicks hold the Blazers to under 100 in this one, and they would win, man. 127-97, 5 games in a row. Knicks moved to 30-18 on the campaign. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Salute to the replay gang. And if you are one of the 100,000 subscribers, throw a 100 in the chat. Let's get it going, man. Another W for the good guys. Let's go. Look at that, man. Look at that, man. Woo. How quickly things change. We went from doom and gloom, trade everybody, 5 in a row, man. And looking good at that, man. Very good. I just like the way that they approached this game just out the bat. Defense, Alex. Like, when they took that slide and they were like near the 27th over that 11th game stretch, we knew they weren't that bad. Right? Like, they had to come with some better effort. It's just that simple. And now we're seeing that. We're seeing them more aggressive in their closeouts. We're seeing them tighten up on the screens. We're seeing spirited defense from their star players in Brunson and Towns and everybody filling in between, just doing their job, man. And, just overall, the teamwork, the effort, the spirit, the energy, everything was up tonight with this team. And you got the result that you got, man. A well-deserved victory by this New York Knicks team against a scrappy Portland Trail Blazer team, man. What you think?
I thought it was a good game, man. I mean, it was wire to wire. It was light work for the Knicks tonight, man. Light work. I mean, you had touched on it. The ball movement, guys moving off the ball, defense was there tonight. I think the biggest thing for me, man, is that when you just look at the ball movement, it's how the guys were moving off ball, right? It's not just, all right, OG and McCall is cutting. Cat was cutting. Brunson is not only leading the charge, but there was points where he was trailing, like something that Karl Anthony Towns would do in this matchup, where just falling into place just simply, man, and just putting up shots. And I thought this team was just very well balanced in how they approached this game tonight. It was nobody that was just trying to take over. Everyone filled their role perfectly. And then you just saw that effort tonight. And I want to shout out Cat, man, because I know we're going to look at the numbers tonight and just say, oh, well, Karl Anthony Towns, only ended the game with 14 points, went 5 of 12 from the field. But the 20 boards and everything else that he was doing, I thought he had a fantastic floor game tonight. I liked the hustle from him tonight, just grabbing every single rebound, trying to keep guys involved, moving well without the rock. I mean, how many times did you see guys finding him in the paint, just giving him an entry pass, trying to keep him involved? I liked how he was playing tonight as well. Not the perfect thing that you saw from Cat, but I did like his play for tonight, man. I thought he had a very good floor game. I thought he was very well bought into what Mike Brown's trying to say that he's trying to do. And I think that was the first sign tonight after everything we've seen from him this season.
Yeah, for sure. 14 points, 20 boards again for the Big Bodega after 22 against Toronto. 3 assists, 6 on the offensive rebounding side. And so, while a lot has been made about his play, of course, this season and everything, and the storylines, look, you can't knock the effort, can't knock the hustle. He's putting it on out there. The points will surely follow. I think the points will follow, but overall, you have to like his aggressiveness And like the fact that, look, he's just trying to do whatever it takes to win and be a star in his role for the team right now. So great game by the Big Bodega, as you said. I thought that my play of the game tonight was the dog OG Anunoby, continuing to pick up where he left off in Toronto. 24 in this one, 10 of 16, an efficient 10 of 16. At one point, he went either 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 from downtown and didn't miss a three until later in this game. But he finished shooting 50% from 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, had 3 turnovers, but a block shot. And look, man, whether you want to say Denny had a off night or injury night, kept Denny in check for most of the night, man. Great job by the dog tonight. I'll play the game.
OG was awesome, man. 24 points, 10 of 16, very efficient, man. As you stated, continued his high efficiency as he did against Toronto. I love this production, man. And you see that he's just being aggressive. That's probably the biggest thing I could say for OG for his success for these couple of games, that he's staying aggressive. He's not settling for just jump shots. He's not just cutting off ball when he gets the rock. Guys are giving him that opportunity to drive, create for himself, feel like he's actually part of the offense. And you can see that it's giving him even more life defensively, man. I mean, you want to talk about Denny, and look, did the preview last night, and Denny coming off a back injury, playing the Wizards, didn't have a great night. He was trying. Denny was trying. I mean, the other half, look, man, even though the guy's coming off an injury, you got to still defend who's in front of you. And look, up until the second quarter, Denny only had 4 points. He was not going to do anything tonight, finished the game with 11. But, hey, you got to give OG credit for just stopping him, playing the passing lanes as well, and just, phenomenal help defense that he always does, man. So OG just giving you that two-way effort, truly being a two-way player, which is what you want to see in today's league, man, and him gearing up for that postseason run, especially for, as we discussed not too long ago, toughest part of the schedule coming up, man.
Yeah. And like you said, he got into his bag. It wasn't just, catch and shoot threes and catch and shoot. No. We are evolving. I told y'all he's coming differently from that Philly game. Now into Toronto. He wants the responsibility. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Cat don't have it right now, we can reverse course a little bit. Maybe we need to change the hierarchy until the Big Bodega comes around. Because when it comes to being aggressive and getting your shot, clean or not clean, turnover or not, OG, he's going to be an aggressor. He's going to be aggressive. And you saw him teardrops, like little lay-ins and mid-range step backs, then the threes. So I thought you saw a little mix, man. He got into his bag, got into his arsenal, and it was efficient. 24 points, 10 of 16 from the field, and aggressive on the defensive end once again, man.
CP, and he doesn't look out of control while dribbling either. He does not look out of control, and I think that's the thing that they may have talked about in practice, saying, yo, man, 1, 2, 3 dribbles, get to your move. Don't try to go for, infinity like you're Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Make the few moves, know what you want to do, go attack. If it's not there, pass it out, which he has been doing a very good job of. He drives, you see he jumps, trying to look for a lay-in, but then he'll kick it out, reset, and then go back to his spot, man, and just go take another opportunity to try again. So OG's just, hey, man, is there really a hierarchy at this point? Because is that what Mike Brown wants, man? I don't look, even though we know Brunson's going to be the guy that's going to be clutch and close things out, man, I feel like there's no hierarchy. Whoever's feeling it, man, go out there and go play. That's kind of what Mike Brown is trying to preach to these guys.
Equal opportunity, and that it was tonight, man. So once again, great job by OG Anunoby, our player of the game tonight. Is it unanimous tonight? Is that your play of the game? I don't want to assume for you, man. That was my play of the game. I'm going with the dog. Are you going with the dog tonight?
I am going with the dog, man.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure, checking the temperature, and making sure we are on the same page. Everybody in the chat, throw your player of the game in the chat tonight. Was it OG? Was it somebody else? Let us know, and we will talk about it. Once again, Knicks win 127-97. Easy money night for the Knicks over the Blazers, and Knicks shot out the gates very hot, very aggressive on both ends of the floor, and as a result, were up by as much as 24 points in this game. Now, give credit to the Blazers in that second quarter. Shadon Sharp, always impressive, always impressed with his game. He got the Blazers back into a groove in that second quarter, and the Knicks got a little bit sloppy, a little turnover prone in that second quarter. You know what happens, but I was encouraged by the way the Knicks started the third quarter and got back to what was working. Getting aggressive defensively, cutting on the offensive side, moving the ball, getting the paint touches. Like they went back to what was working in the first quarter, and that's when I was encouraged. Like, all right, we got control of this game.
You know, and I want to say, like, I want to give credit to Josh Hart because it felt like he got the rock and beginning of the third quarter, he kind of like settled everything back and not necessarily just saying, hey, let me just control, work at the top of the key and be like this traditional point guard playmaker. We know that's not really his game, but I felt like just being aggressive, being decisive, attacking the basket, getting downhill, that's what got them back into rhythm because he kind of just said, all right, guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, let the defense just collapse. I'm going to find everybody else. And this is what we were doing, man, the first half. And this is what was being successful. So I got to give Josh Hart credit for that, man. I felt like he was a tone setter to get these guys back on track in that second half.
Yeah, and you mentioned Josh Hart, no question. That was the next person I was going to talk about as one of our role players of the game because he, to me, really like allowed the offense to flow because, for whatever reason, he draws that Klingon assignment now 4 times, 2 years in a row, 4 times in the 2 times that they play each other, and he's been making them pay. And so, Klingon, he's going to play that deep drop. He's disrespecting Hart, but give credit to Hart. He mixed it up. Yes, he took his threes, and he went 1 for 4 from downtown, but he was cutting off ball and caught the Blazers off, but also when they passed it to him, he was making a move. He was driving, getting his paint touches, spraying it out to the corners as well. Like, he didn't let the Klingon matchup bother him or affect his confidence. He just kept going and getting the Knicks into really good offense.
Yeah, and my favorite shot was he was at the top of the key. He was just like wide open. He was wide open. I ain't gonna pass this thing, man. I'm just gonna dock it. And he drilled it. I was like, that's what you got to do, man. Make him pay and just be aggressive from 3. Too many times we see him, especially, and I feel like that it's one of the many reasons why the Knicks offense just doesn't stay fluid and they don't move as well is that he settles and he constantly drives when he's not taking the shot opportunity. And if you're going to put centers on him, if you're going to continue to do that, you got to make him pay, man. You got to show him that they got to guard you. And he's been doing a pretty decent job this season. Forget that losing streak that the Knicks went on. He was making centers punish and punishing other teams because he was, what's with the disrespect? I could shoot. And so that's what has to keep doing, man. He has to be in that mindset. Tonight was the perfect night where you could say everybody was in that mindset of just saying, be aggressive, attack. I'm going to play my role, and I'm not going to do too much, man. It's like every flaw that we talk about with these guys, they said, all right, this is my flaw. Let me just not do that tonight. Let's be laser focused.
Yeah. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Excellent game for Josh Hart tonight. 3 stocks, which is 2 steals and 1 block for him. So, and I think he got the first steal of the game for the Knicks, if I'm not mistaken. And that kind of was a carryover from what we were talking about from that Raptors game in terms of this Knicks defense. Like, yeah, OG is going to lead the way with the stocks. And sometimes when Cal's going to get on the board, but it has to be everybody. This Knicks defense, they have to be intense with their pressure. Get on the ball and force those turnovers. The Blazers are the number 1 in terms of turnovers in the league, in terms of the most turnovers. So they were ripe to be had, and give credit to the Knicks. They had to have their energy up to take it, and they took it. They did a good job turning the Blazers over and turning that into points, and Josh Hart spearheaded that. And also, from a Hart perspective, for me, it's like, I know like people is like, man, with the starting lineup and the numbers say you got to have Deuce in there. I get it. And whether you want to make the argument that it should be Hart, it should be Bridges on the bench, I can understand it. But when Hart's rolling like this, you can't get that type of glue anywhere else on the bench. You can't get that. Deuce has his skill sets, right? He's a specialist. Hart, he does a little bit of everything. And I think you need that when you're playing alongside Brunson, when Hart is playing this way.
I don't think it's easy just to say, because I get it. Everyone looks at the numbers and we say, oh, well, we see the plus with this starting lineup and the negative with this starting lineup, and we have all this data from what we saw last year, and I get that. I want to say that there's also a bigger thing outside of that. I mean, we got to talk about egos, contracts. That also plays a role into this too, man. Like, I don't think it's just as easy as this, was it like this egalitarian just, oh, you know what? You're not really doing this. I see by the numbers I'm going to put Deuce should be in the starting rotation. I just don't always see that working, man. It just because once again, we're talking about egos. We're talking about guys who are playing for contracts. Like, How are you going to tell Josh, and this is what we discussed at the beginning of the season, CP, how are you going to tell a guy who had a career year as a starter, they still won over 50 some odd games, that, hey, at the end of the day, this is not the most efficient lineup? He's going to just look at you funny and be like, bro, didn't we just win 50 plus games?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean that this is not the most efficient lineup? Yo, I just earned, I should be, I'm like, he's getting he's getting commercial deals, right? You're talking about the branding for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, what's going to be more beneficial for him when it comes to commercials? You're going to say, hey, I got the 6-man over here that I want to put on a commercial, or the starting shooting guard for the New York Knicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like, all that stuff plays into why some of these guys are starting too. And I just don't think it's that easy and that simple to say, oh, well, the numbers say this. And while the numbers are true and we see how efficient that is, there is a reality to that. If you're looking for more downhill playmaking, who's the best guy outside of Brunson in that starting lineup that does that?
Right in transition, right in transition. So, again, when he's playing like this and he's not letting the center matchup impact him, you can't lose with Hart in that lineup. And you could always go with Deuce at any time, and you figure out your closing lineups. But I like the Hart. He's setting a tone. He's setting a tone right now. After that comment when he got chippy with the media, he picked it up a little bit. Remember, he was like, "Oh, he's a lottery team." Yeah. But he
went from being
up.
honest, be like, "Yeah, man, we're not playing." Oh, now you guys, it's like, bro, you literally acknowledged you guys were playing like straight dookie.
He flipped the script on him.
And that's the ultimate gaslighting if I've ever seen anything. It's like, wait, well, hold, whoa, wait. We've been saying you're bad. Didn't you just say you were bad?
100%. Boring game for Cap, but Cap had 26 points in Jalen Brunson, 8 of 20. He was 5 of 12 from downtown, 3 assists, 2 steals. Yeah, 2 steals. We're getting closer to the defensive player of the game.
You were really hoping for this, man.
If he had a block shot, I think he could have gotten close. I like Cap's defense. It's been a little bit better. 26 points, though, for Cap to clutch Jalen Brunson, man. Your thoughts?
I mean, what words do we have to say about Brunson anymore, man? We just know what he does. Like, there's not really much more to even add. Like, first couple of years, it's just still be like, you're amazed at what Brunson could do. At this point, you kind of get numb to it. And it's sad to say, but he's just a spectacular talent. I mean, he makes 26 points look so easy. And to go from years, hilarious that they were talking about who's the only Knicks player to wear 91, and there was Kuzmingas. And I forget who said it.
Yes.
Who's the? I'm sorry, I can't remember your name right now. Who's the other announcer working with Clyde tonight?
Tyler.
Tyler. Yes.
Yeah,
sorry. Shout out to Tyler, man. And so like Tyler's like, oh yeah, I enjoy those years. I was like, I did a record screech like hold on, man. What was enjoyable about that time period?
Yeah.
What was enjoyable about watching that entire time period? And Kuzmingas, cool, style was okay, whatever. There was nothing enjoyable about that time period.
Nothing.
It was
nothing at all.
As he said, it was just pure hope. It's like, why did I have to enjoy living off pure hope? Why? Yeah. But nevertheless, I'm going from the point that we had to struggle with pure hope, hoping for somebody that could be consistent and drop 20 on the regular basis at minimum. And now we have that. And it's just kind of like you go from the dark age of not having that. And now it's just so easy to kind of take it for granted from Jalen Brunson, what he can do on the regular. But very efficient night for him, man. Fantastic player as always. I thought he let the game come to him. Let the game come to himself tonight, where he's not forcing, not pounding the living daylights out of the rock, man, not trying to make something out of nothing, not trying to play hero ball. I thought he did a really good job tonight and just allowing the entire offense to flow. Like I said, he was a trailer in one of the plays. You look at Mikal Bridges, he was initiating the offense. Josh was initiating the offense. You didn't have the ball strictly in Jalen Brunson's hand tonight, just trying to be the guy getting everybody involved. And so I appreciate that because that's what Mike Brown's trying to preach. And once again, it's just moving in the direction of buying into what the coach is trying to preach for the entire team right now.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Definitely got it within the flow of the offense. So many people were involved playmaking. Look at the assists throughout the starting 5. 3 for OG, 3 for Towns, 5 for Hart, 5 for Bridges, 3 for Brunson, 2 for Diawara, 2 for Mitchie. Offensive rebound into a Brunson 3. That was one of his assists there. Tyler, 4. Shamit, 2. So 29 assists for the Knicks tonight on 48 made field goals. So just great job, man. Everybody eating, moving the ball. And their energy really just set a good tone from the opening tip-off to the end. And so that's how you got the result that you got. You got a 30-point blowout victory, 5 in a row. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, CP the Fanchise, Alex Rotaros on this Friday. Like, share, subscribe. Throw a 5 in the chat. And also, you know what time it is, Al. We gotta stop. We gotta stop and salute the People's Trophy. 100,000 subscribers, man. If you are part of the 100K squad, throw a 100 in the chat, and we will shout you out, man. All right, throw 100 in the chat, and we will shout you out. And also, I don't know if you can see it, Al. Let me throw it up.
Is that new merch we got?
Yep. Yeah, yours is in the mail too, buddy. 100K. Matter of fact, let me move my mic real quick. Boom, there you see it. This is the 100K joint. So we got them. So we did it for both. The 100, the orange and blue version. There you go. And also the gold. We had to do the gold as well. So there you go, man. More orange and blue and the gold version. And you see it. Custom KFTV tags. You know what I'm saying? No Fulton Street Fugazis. No Canal Street knockoffs. Straight up KFTV, man. Get yours at KnicksFanTV.com. We're outfitting the entire team with 100 KFTV shirts. And there it is, man. Great job by the team. The People's Trophy, Alex. The People's Trophy.
People's Trophy indeed.
Yes. You know, there are a couple super chats on this one topic, so I think this is a good segue to talk about the fact that we saw somebody new tonight in the rotation and had some stay in this rotation. And with Deuce McBride out again with the ankle injury, we say, welcome back to Mo Diawara, Alex. 10 points for Mo, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown, and a steal. First, let's talk about Diawara, and then, you know, what everybody else wants to talk about in terms of the rotation impacts, man. What'd you think about Mo tonight? Mo's back.
I thought Mo was good, man. I thought, look, he smoked that layup where he had a clean look, man, but hey, he's still a rookie, man. So it's just going to be time for him to get fully acclimated to this league. But I like the effort. You know, defensively is what's going to stand out for him right now with the hustle and the wingspan, the positional versatility. It's just you want to see hope with this draft pick, CP, just because you can't teach height, you can't teach length. And if he could be, you know, as what a lot of people were saying when we saw him for the first time in Summer League, could he be our Pascal Siakam? Could he be that guy? And I mean, if you like the foresight to think about having him, OG, Mitch, Bridges, Deuce as a 5-man unit out there defensively, that is hell. That is jail.
Yeah.
That is Sing, baby. So, look, I'm happy to see him getting minutes. Once again, you got to give Mike Brown his credit for giving these rookies second, third, fourth chance opportunities when guys are missing time so that way they can go out there and learn. That's a very big thing and very critical thing that this team was lacking last season.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I mean, I saw when one time him and OG went to the bench, and when you see them standing next to each other, Mo's got him by, it looked like Mo had him by 2 more inches, 2-3 more inches. I said, yo, it's going to come along, man. Probably not this year, but it's going to be interesting just to watch his development over the years, man. You could just see, I just feel like he's going to turn that switch on. You know, some guys never really fully develop from that project phase, but there's something about him, man, that just tells me that, he's going to turn it on. Maybe it's year 2, maybe it's year 3, but I just love the potential that he brings out there with this team. And he still plays at a high level. It's just he's got to, like you said, he blew the layup. Or he might blow an assignment here and there defensively. But great job by Mike Brown. He went back to him. 17 minutes tonight from Mo Diawara. And once again, 10 points, 4 of 8 from the field. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a plus 27 on the night for Mo.
2 of 5 from downtown. Don't shortchange him on that.
2 of 5.
CP.
2 of 5 from downtown.
Because that's the big thing, right? His shooting. Is he going to be a decent enough shooter? I think that, slow progression right now for him knocking down his 3-pointers. And that's really going to be the thing. Can he do it offensively? But CP, I'm with you. I feel like he is going to be, I feel like he is going to flip that switch. And I think this is the reason why. When you watch him play, he's not timid.
That's right.
That's what gives me confidence. He's out there. He tries, he hustles, and it seems like he's looking to constantly improve every single game. That is what gives me confidence that he'll be, at bare minimum, a rotational player in the NBA. He just needs time, man, to develop and continue to work on his game.
Shout out Frank White in the chat, Fanchise chat. Remember, he says he's going to be the next Lamar Odom. I like that. I can see that. Shout out to Lamar Odom. We kind of forgot about him, with everything, the adversity he went through in his life. Overshadowed his game, the Lamar Odom. But man, like when he was in his prime, come on, man,
he was a problem.
This is what modern NBA is about right now. You know what I mean?
He was the definition of modern NBA.
Yeah, no question.
He was the four that could bring up the rock, facilitate, score.
No question. Shout out to the super chats on this topic. Let's address those first. Shout out to everybody that sent super chats. We're gonna read them all, but shout out to Remo Jones 808 $5 super chat. Says Shamet took Clarkson's playing time. Mean in them lack of defense streets. LOL. Junior Caroma $5 super chat says salute CP and Alex. You have the sources. CP question: do you know why JC has been out of the rotation? Is it his defense? What happened? So both those guys kind of referencing Clarkson. A lot of people asking, where is Clarkson in this rotation? I mean, from my perspective, I just think when this team got into that hole, we talked about the fact that they were bottom of the barrel, especially defensively. I think Brian wanted to tighten up on that end. And when you look at, for one, a Shamet, I think there's no better other play that was kind of like indicative of what he does in this offense. Was they had a really good sequence in that first quarter where the ball zipped around, like all five guys might have touched the rock. They shot the ball, they missed. I think Mitch gets the offensive rebound. He passes it to Brunson. Brunson caught somebody with like a crazy in and out. And then Shamet hit him with like that delayed cut. And Brunson found him. He missed the layup, but then Mitch tipped it in. I think like that's the part of Shamet's game that I think appeals to Brown. It's his constant movement, especially in that half court. He's just a much more efficient player to play alongside. And defensively, he's not going to get lost as much. He's bigger in size, in physique. And so he's going to be scrappier than Clarkson right now. So I just think that's part of the reason why you're not seeing him. And then on top of that, Kolek is bringing the playmaking chops. Diawara bringing more defense. So I think Brown is opting to go with more of these specialists rather than just going with the Clarkson, who's primarily just a bucket getter.
I think, to your point, it's more about who's easy to plug and play, right?
Right.
And when I look at Shamet, everything you talked about, you can put him on any team. You can use that on any team. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and you just talk about even off-ball cutting, just the savviness of when should I be there? What can I do with what can I do off ball? That's the biggest thing that Mike Brown is all about. What can you do off ball? Just think about working with the Warriors, working with the Spurs, working with the Kings. If you watched any of those teams, it's what are you doing without the basketball? We have a set. What are the multiple actions that our guys running? You know what I mean? Like, if you watched even a Kings game last year, you would see like Keegan Murray flying. You'd see Sabonis doing dribble handoffs. You see Malik Monk just flying around, Fox, right? You get all these guys just moving, and no one's ever in one position. And Shamet does that to a T. So I can see why he's getting playing time. Same thing when we talk about Kolek. You just need a playmaker. 4 assists tonight, but he was still being a connector out there, and he shot the ball well tonight, so that's why he also got some good playing time. Mo, defensive versatility. I think the thing for Clarkson, man, is that he's just been out of rhythm. And I think if you're going to utilize him, he has to be in a good offensive rhythm. Like, we've seen him hustle defensively. I'm not saying he's a lockdown defender. I'm not saying he can't facilitate.
He scraps. He does scrap.
He could do that, man. He could facilitate. He could do all those things. But the big thing for him is you got to be the scorer. And right now he isn't the scorer. He's not going to play like Landry Shamet. He's not going to fully play like Kolek. He's not going to play like Mo Diawara. So if he's not going to be able to do if he's not going to be able to do his thing, which is being a scorer, and then the playmaking and everything else falls in after that, it's really hard to justify putting him out there if he's not giving you all those things, because somebody else could be getting those minutes, learning and helping this team move forward. And so I believe Clark is going to get back.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back.
I would not write him off. This is just a stretch where he's not playing well. He's going to take his time to get back, and that's it, man. And then when we see him get back in here and he's starting to do his thing as he did earlier in the season, he'll have a spot in the rotation, man. I think the one thing we all have to look at Mike Brown and what he's done throughout this season. Does not matter what your name is on the bench. If you're not feeling it, you're not playing. Yabusele is the biggest thing. They signed him. How many times in the past did we see under Leon Rose with Tibbs, oh, we signed this guy, we got to continue to play this guy, right?
Yeah.
Tibbs would honor that, even with campaign throughout the regular season. I know we didn't have much, but still, you could have said, hey, let's try Kolek. He could give you something maybe. He could continue to learn because campaign didn't give you anything on a consistent night-to-night basis. Mike Brown sees Yabusele not giving you anything. First couple of weeks, all right, man, you're out of here. We're not utilizing you. We'll go somewhere else. We'll figure it out until you get back into this thing. And he's doing that with Clarkson right now. He did that with Kolek. He's done that with Diawara. He just does that with everybody, man. You just know who the front seven are, who's going to be constantly in there. That's going to be the starting five, Mitch and Deuce. Outside of that, everyone's TBD based on how they're playing.
Based on how they're playing, and you mentioned the one of our guys tonight, Al. They took a break from the Yabu showcase tonight, man. They say,
did they?
They took a no more of that first quarter action. Mike Brown said, we don't need that. Let's just go with some soldiers. Hey, where do you think Diawara got, his minutes from? So they took a break from the Yabusele showcase. Maybe we'll pick it back up on Sunday. Maybe we'll ask him to guard LeBron. And,
please.
Send that tape to New Orleans.
Actually, yes. Maybe he'll get invigorated. Let me take that back. I remember the Olympics.
Take an offensive foul on LeBron and send the tape to New Orleans.
No. Just have Yabusele sit in a room by himself, push in the VHS. He'd be like, "You remember this play in the Olympics, man? Do you remember this play in the Olympics?
Right.
Do that this Sunday.
Do that on Sunday, man." Salute to the chat. We got some more super chats we want to shout out on this Friday night. Shout out to Matt's 0_11 says CP Alex, huge fan of the show. $10 super chat from Matt. Says about to order my KFTV Blocknest shirt and my KFTV blue cap. Another thing, CP, be on the same page. The dog ain't going nowhere. Knicks for life. Anyway, let's go Knicks. Yeah, man, we're not trading. And how apropos, I cut the call from DJ Legend, who called in a couple days ago. I didn't want to put him on the Summer Jam screen. I did put the clip out as a way to generate that conversation, see what the people thought. He said he wants to trade. He would trade the dog in a trade for Giannis, and I said he was out of his mind. So that was the basis of the conversation. I'm not trading OG in a Giannis trade. It makes no sense to me. I think it's hustling backwards. I don't think it makes the Knicks a better team. I think it makes them a worse team. And that's why Brian Windhorst comes out today, right? Like, if the Knicks are going to get in this, they got to put up OG. Yeah. No.
Okay, Wendy.
Yeah.
Do what you do, Wendy, but don't stop.
Yeah, blowing wind. Blowing wind as usual.
You can't trade OG, man. He's the second most important player on this team. And it's not from you don't even have to look at it from like a scoring standpoint. When you talk about defensive versatility, two-way play, how are you going to trade a two-way player? How
can you? Ain't no way.
And the thing is, the biggest thing, as much as I would be for Giannis on this team, man, depending on the trade package, you got to be real with saying what OG offers helps this team. He's closer to a three-level scorer than Giannis is.
Yeah.
And Giannis would be a little bit more difficult to build around. You literally have to break down the framework of what you just put up to then build around Giannis. He's not a shooter. He's a guy that gets downhill. Even though he's very effective at getting downhill, he's a guy that's getting older. I do like his game. Like I'm saying, I wouldn't trade for Giannis. I'm not saying that. Yeah. But I'm just saying when you think about building a team around him, you are changing a lot of the principles and foundation of what you already established here. So you'd have to be ready to do that. And that's not something you could just do overnight, especially with the assets that the Knicks have just traded.
You can't, and it's not like oftentimes we're thinking about this, and somebody in chat says he's got the most trade value, dude. Rap, yeah, I get all of that is valid, but you're stacking that with the thought of losing Towns as well, and so yeah, you could say, all right now he's struggling, but that's two major cogs of your core that you're depleting from this roster. And what are you going to tell me you're going to bring back? First of all, if they bring back Kuzma, I'm not even sure, man. I don't even know if I could show up to the Garden. But, like, yeah. If the day Kyle Kuzma wears a Knicks jersey, I don't know, man. I might have to rethink what we're doing here with this. But he's just close to untouchable for me, man.
You're telling me you wouldn't enjoy a Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Clarkson runway special of just,
No. And somebody's trying to tell me, it's like, Giannis is the type of thing, it's the type of situation where you get him and figure it out later. The Knicks don't have the assets like that to be in figure it out mode anymore, bro. It's running out.
I think it all depends on the package, like I said. I think you can't say get him and figure it out later, but you can't just strip everything and say, now we'll figure it out later. It all depends on the package.
It depends on the package, on the return. That's always what it's been.
If you tell me, hey, you trade. Let's say you do trade Cat, right? Let's say you do trade Cat. Let's say you're able to keep OG Bridges, and you now say, hey, we're in a position where we really need a center. Don't really think that Mitch and Giannis as a front court really works that well because it just limits the spacing. That's somewhere I would say, you figure that out later, man. You can take an offseason to do that. You're telling me now you're trading Bridges and OG or some crazy combination of that. You don't have a center position. You just broke down the entire walls of what you built. That's something where you can't say I figured it out. It's all dependent on what you get back in that deal, man. It's not so easy. It's not the 2K trades where it's like, I'm just gonna trade Cat and get Giannis back, and then that's it. That's that, man. But
can't do it.
I honestly why even trade the team? Why even make that big of a deal during the regular season right now, where we're now seeing, and I want to hear well, what about the quality of opponent? The team just went through some adversity. They're now working their way back through that adversity. They lost mad games. Now they're on a 5-game winning streak, and now we're going to talk about, hey, let's just trade everybody, and just figure it out again. Let these guys figure it out this season. You came into this project. If I'm the front office, you came into this project saying, we gotta, even if we said 4-year window, it's really 2-3 years, right? Yeah, 4th year, guys going to be on expiring deals. Who's going to want to play hard? All this, that, and the third. You never know what could happen. But this is the middle of the year, man. You just made the Eastern Conference Final with this roster.
It's the middle of the year, bro.
I don't know how you could fully blow this thing up, and then just say, we're going to try again middle of the season after we just made the Eastern Conference Finals. That deal for Giannis would have to be so good to do that type of thing right now, but I just don't see that happening based on what the Knicks can offer and based on all the conversation that everyone has been having right now where Miami could wait until the offseason and get 4 draft picks. Knicks can wait until the offseason and get 2 additional draft picks, right? You have the Warriors who want to be involved, and what can they offer? And so there's just too much going on right now where I don't see that trade happening. And so if I'm the Knicks, just stand pat. If you got to work around the fringes, just try to move Yabusele, go get a 5, and just keep it pushing for the season. Then if it doesn't work out, then go back to the drawing board because you don't really have that much time with a lot of these guys on this roster.
CP and Alex on the ones and twos. Happy Friday to Knicks Nation. Hope everybody is doing well. We're going to load up some people in the chat. Knicks win big, 127-97. Call us up with your thoughts on this one. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D in the chat right now. Throw a hashtag PE as well. Let's go through some more super chats that we got.
Hey, our guy Jeff J Says is in here.
Oh,
Jeff
it's
Johnson,
good, Jeff.
shout out to you,
Salute
Jeff.
to Jeff. Jeff in the chat.
Yes, sir. He
Shout
said
out to
cardiac Kuzma.
Yo, God. Yeah, the real cardiac. That's real cardiac stuff.
You think CP's got grades now?
Yeah, exactly. I keep seeing these Kuzma throw-ins and Cotton. No. I'm good. Shout out to It's Field 7382 $20 super chat says Cat more Dirk midi fadeaways with playmaker and rebounds role. Diawara 9th man role, and please move Brunson to the Iverson role. Well, I like how Cat played tonight. 20 boards again after 22 rebounds against the Raptors. He scrapped. I thought he, the aggressive. It's funny. He had one personal foul tonight. and Tyler and Clyde, where they were talking about the fact that he was disciplined again tonight, and he was disciplined against the Raptors. But for me, the lack of discipline has been more on the offensive side than the defensive side. It's not the defensive fouls that you have to really worry about with him. It's the offensive fouls. And I still think, even from watching the Raptor game, when you could make the argument that they weren't even passing him the ball in the second half, and to this game here, yeah, he got his opportunities. He got 12 attempts, but I still don't think he's being as aggressive and putting the ball on the floor because he's just not sure what's going to get called. So, yeah, he's playing smart on one end, but I also think he's a little less aggressive with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's playing more. Look, man, like I said, I still think he could be. He's not playing his game offensively.
That's right.
Plain and simple.
That's right.
He's just not. I'm telling. I will implore everybody, go watch some Karl Anthony Towns highlights from last season when he was with the Timberwolves. He's not doing anything that he's been doing throughout his entire NBA career.
Right,
it is
right.
He's doing damn near 10% of it. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's sad. He could be so much better, man. And look, I'm not even the biggest cat guy, but I can tell you that he's not playing his best game offensively, and I believe he can play his best game offensively, and he needs to play his best game offensively.
Yeah.
We're going to need that. All right? It doesn't matter who you go against in the postseason, man. Detroit, doesn't matter if it's the Celtics, doesn't matter if it's the Raptors. You will need Karl Anthony Towns to make this game easier for the rest of the New York Knicks, and I hope he figures it out sooner rather than later, man. We're more than through the halfway point of the season, and it's just been a bumpy ride with him trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Shout out to Harrison Montreal, 95. Canadian $7 super chat. Shout out to Harrison. Says, hey, guys, great game tonight. Good minutes from Kolek, McCall, or Karl. I don't know. Maybe Cal and Diawara. Do you think the double big lineup can work in crunch time? I think it's had a mixed bag in terms of success. Brown he keeps trying it. He keeps going to it, so he hasn't bailed from it. And look, I think that there's always a case to be made that in terms of having the double bigs out there to really control the glass. The problem is if you're not controlling the glass, especially on the offensive side, then that other team is kind of off to the races, and they start to have those advantages if you come up against a team that plays with a much quicker pace and they play fast. So I think it's also matchup dependent, and what the game dictates will determine what rotations we see. But Brown he's not going with the template with the Tibbs. He's going with the 5 guys he thinks can give him the best chance to win given the scenario.
Perfectly said. I think it's all matchup dependent. I'm not really worried that if he should go with one lineup or one situation, strictly. I think it's just being water and being flexible to whatever the game tells it to do. Something that Tibbs will always preach: do what the game tells you to do. What does the game tell you to do? Are they playing double bigs? Does it require you to put out a more taller front so that way you can limit guys who could attack the paint? If so, go for it. If it's what we saw against Philly, where you need a smaller rotation so that way you can force the hand of Philly to play at a faster tempo and make Embiid work, who's working on a bum knee, do that. I think it's just that simple, man. I'm not really looking for him to do anything too different.
And the one thing, even like wrapped around this call conversation, because we have seen leading into this week, there was a speculation it's a trade talk bothering him. And then we read the Sam Amick from The Athletic talking about if Nick sources say he's been bothered by the trade, the relationship, and then Popper saying that. You can't quantify the impact that has on the player's game, but I'm also not buying it that's the reason why he's not performing as well offensively. Look, he's snatching boards, right? It's not stopping him from leading the league in rebounds. It's not stopping. His effort has been better over the last couple of games, so that has been stopping him. I mean, are you going to tell me like it's a trade talk that's stopping him from being efficient at the rim? Like, I don't know, man. I think, one, he's not getting the whistle when they're being physical with him. I think that, to me, is probably more impactful on his game than am I going to get traded. Like Towns said, he's been in the league 10 years. This is not the first time he's heard trade rumors. There were trade rumors with him in Minnesota days. Like, so I don't know. I'm not saying that there isn't a strain there with the organization. I'm sure it is. It's a dirty business, but I don't buy that it's the thing that is causing him to be having a down season, rather. I don't think it's the thing that's causing him to have a down season.
It could be, it could be, man. And I'll say this. I mean, look, he is from the tri-state area. We knew that his family grew up, watching the Knicks. We knew that, his mother, God rest her soul, was a big Knicks fan. That could be playing a bigger part to him than it is being out in Minnesota, right? I mean, we don't know the emotional ties that it has to somebody. And, look, last season when he was in Toronto and he had those big plays and he pulls his shirt pointing to New York, you could tell the pride that he has rocking the Knicks jersey every single night, man. So I who knows? He could have more pride playing for New York than he did in Minnesota. And while he could be used to the trade rumors, this stop could be a little bit more special to him in the sense of the connectivity that it has between him and his family. And maybe he doesn't want to leave because maybe he wants to be part of that journey to bring a championship back to New York. And so who knows, man? Maybe that could be playing a part in him. I don't know. But yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something potentially even deeper that could be connecting him more to New York than what was going on in Minnesota, even though that was his home for so many years.
Well said. Shout out to William Burton. Salute to Will, Fanchise channel member. $20 super chat says, CP, you're right. Cat needs to take the All-Star break to get away and get his head together. Well, we will find out Sunday at 6 o'clock when the reserves are announced. So will Karl Anthony Towns make it? Good chance he will. But, hey, if he didn't make it, I think that would be a great thing for him. Reset, recharge, get healthy. But you know what? Even if he does play, the All-Star game is a joke anyway. He'll probably play 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Get a nice half-court shot up, nice sweat, and call it a night. So either way, I don't think it should take too much of a toll on him. But, some rest could do him well as well. Shout out to CL Kenrick, $10 super chat, Al. He says, Cat with another 20 rebound game. They're creative with some threes. OG had went off. The Cap, JB played great. And Diawara, good contribution. Great win. 100. Shout out to CL Kenrick. Number 3 on the chat leaderboard. Okay, we were going through the super chat, just making sure we got everybody. We're going to get to the phones. More on Towns. People want to talk about Towns, man. Shout out to JFK the God, Alex. $10 super chat says they are trying to turn Karl Anthony Towns into Popeye Jones. This is a disgrace. Okay, so he said, damn all the rebounds and all of that. I'm not with that. They are turning him into a bench role-playing scrub. JFK's not with that. I guess he's blaming Mike Brown. JFK, are you blaming Mike Brown? Are you with the resistance with Cody and them on the Discord? Are you blaming Mike Brown, sir? Let us know. Leave us a comment in the chat and let us know how you feel, man. I said they turned him into Popeye Jones, Alex.
Popeye Jones.
Look,
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, go ahead. What were you saying?
I just say, look. The bottom line is, I think they're still going. I like how he's playing right now. I love how he's contributing. Low maintenance, and the fact that Wingstop has been picking him up the last 2 games is a good thing. Hey, go back to the Philly game. They're picking him up. Philly game, he was a nightmare. They're still going to need him. So, while I like the way that he's playing as of the last 2 games and that the team is picking him up, it's not always going to be like that. You're not always going to get the OG 20-plus point games. You see what Mikal did. Mikal did today. So, coming off that 30 piece, he's like, all right, so
time to go back into the shadows.
Yeah. But no, I don't think it's a Popeye Jones thing. I think, look, there's a lot of guys that can eat in this offense. And if the ball is moving, like you said, this is what Mike Brown is looking for. But for Karl, look, they're also on the nights that it's a struggle. He's got to help them pick it up. So we'll see. We'll see once they get tested again if he's there.
It's tough because I do want him to be that offensive guy that we've seen throughout his NBA career. You want him to be that dominant scoring center, man. At the same time, I do like the unpredictability of who's going to be your top scorer tonight. Yeah. I feel like that's what sets defenses off. You come in with a game plan saying, all right, we're going to come in here and stop Jalen Brunson. Next thing you know, you get OG dropping 26. You're like, we got to adjust. We got to stop this guy. Yeah. And if that's the mid-game adjustment, what does that open up for? Does that open up for Cat? Does it open for Brunson to get back into the swing of things? So I like that, you don't know who's going to be the guy of the night, but I do want to see Cat dominate situations where he should be dominating.
That's right. That's right.
Even with Klingon out there, I mean, and I like Klingon as a center. Cat should be taking his food. Like, you're 10 years in the league, one of the best scoring centers. I expect you to go, like, to take this kid to task. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, when I'm seeing you go against the Raptors, no Jakob Poeltl,
Murray Boyles,
I'm expecting you to dominate Murray Boyles.
Yeah.
Like, yo, dump it down to him in the paint, let him get to work. I do need to see that. But it's a tough balance between him getting his and keeping up that unpredictability.
Shout out to Dude Rap, Alex, a £5 super chat. So shout out to our guy, Dude Rap. He's out in the UK, late in the UK. Says, salute. I don't see Freaky G joining the squad. He means Giannis. Can we get Dante in a
Freaky
Bucks,
G is a hell of a nickname.
in a Soda Bucks trade? Would you re-sign Cat after this year, and at what price? Yeah, I would have to look at the Dante. I mean, everybody wants Dante, man. I don't know if there's a. Is there a he might be the number one former Knick that fans still talk about. He might be.
Who's that?
Dante.
Oh, Dante.
The number one he hit wonder former, like 1 year wonder. I think he might be the most popular.
Yeah, he brought a lot of moxie, man.
He might be the most popular.
Definitely the most popular.
Yeah. I
mean, the energy that he brought, I mean, regardless, I still miss that energy of like, yo, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
Like, his team does need that on some nights, man.
Sure.
His team does need that. He gave that to you every single night. He wasn't taking ish from anybody. But I get that. And he also broke the 3-point. He also broke the 3-point shooting record for the team.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah.
And come on, man. Come on. Think about game one, man. Hartenstein battling for the rebound. Kicks it out to Dante.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Dante
man.
knocks the big shot down. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was game 2.
That's hero. That's hero type stuff. That's how legends are made.
That's how he became the big ragu for sure. Yeah, we would have to bring Yossi in and do like a scenario, mock scenario, like if the Bucks did get in on a Giannis trade. I still don't see it because the Knicks would still need to figure out how to get that money in and get that money out. That's the problem. He's making $11 million off of his mid-level exception deal that the Knicks signed him to. So now they can't afford to bring him back. You got to love how salary caps work. We cut the guy the check. Now he's not allowed back because we got money tied up elsewhere. It's very, very funny how that works, right?
Yo, they really messed up the CBA, man.
Yeah.
They really messed up the CBA.
We cut the guy the check on that deal, and for some reason, he can't come back. That's got to be a new wrinkle. That's got to be a wrinkle, man. That's got to be a wrinkle.
Think about the Hartenstein thing is, man. Oh, yeah, you guys signed him. You got his bird rights, but you can't go over this price. It's like, why not?
Thanks. He's gone. See ya. What? Huh? Yeah.
Who made these rules?
You cannot make it up.
Adam Silver and the nonsense.
Can't make it up. Shout out to KL007 now. $5 super chat says, what makes the world go round? The almighty dollar. If Cat gets the extension he's eligible for, I guarantee he is good. Everything else is just to sound cute. Okay, so 007 says, once they cut the check, he'll be back. Well, yeah, you never know. You never know. Guys are fighting for their future. They're fighting for their family. Just got engaged. He's got bills to pay. $60 million enough. So, hey, got to go get another one. He's got to go out there and earn it. It's not going to be give it to him, 007. He's got to go out there and get busy. Shout out to AFK the God. $20 super chat. Al says, Cat is the best shooting big man we've seen in years. They have no plays. Have somebody set a Reggie Miller screen for him. No pick and pops. Yes, I blame Mike Brown. Well, as I always say, the coach has to find that balance and make sure that he's tailoring that system to the players that he has. They got to come to the middle, man. Josh Hart even said it. They got to come to the middle.
Yep, and it also goes towards Cat too, man. There's opportunities for him to go out there and just say, hey, give me the rock. There's that balance too, right?
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Well, that Josh Hart also said that. It's on both of them, man. So they got to figure it out. But I'm in agreement, man. Like, you need to get this guy involved offensively. He's making way too much money to be treated as a guy just like, fifth guy. Yeah,
Right.
it's okay.
That's
like,
right.
That's not okay.
Yeah. Grabba on the Discord. Kick us off with the phones. Grabba, how you feeling, man?
I'm in
Yes, you are, man. How you doing, man?
CP. What's up, man? How y'all?
Good, man. Good. Make sure you're speaking into the mic because you're kind of fading in and out.
Oh, I got you. I'm in the car right now. My bad. Am I good?
You're
the levels good?
Yeah, the levels is good. The levels is good, man.
Yo, CP, I don't like how you put me on the spot the other night, man, after the T-Dot dub, man. I ain't like that.
What do you mean, man? What I do, man? What I do, man? Oh, with the trade?
Put me on the spot with the trade, man. You threw me on the spot, man.
Yeah, you got to be ready. You got to be ready, man. You always got to be ready, man. You never know. I might throw a curveball at you, man. You got to be ready, man.
You got me with that one. You got me. I'll give it to you. But like I said, I'm staying pat, man. You know, man, that's all that, man. I'm staying pat, man. I need Cat to figure it out. I need Mike Brown to figure it out. They got to get on the same page.
Yeah.
I told you probably like a week or two ago, I don't want to see Cat in this Sabonis role. That's not his game. It's not. Like if that's complimentary, cool. But I think that's what's really throwing him off. Like him trying to facilitate and then like trying to find out where he's gonna get his at. And then I don't know if you saw it today, like I think it was like in the fourth quarter, he's calling for the ball and Mo just walked right past him and like just ran past him and he starts clapping his hands like, yo, give me the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a whole around team thing. Like everybody gotta figure it out. But you know, Cat gotta put that pressure on, like, come on, dude, like, because we seen it last year. Like it's not like, you know, it's something different with him. Like he's still the same player to me, I think. They just got to figure it out. Him and Mike Brown, they got to get on the same page because I think it's there. Like I said, he just needs to figure it out with Mike Brown. I don't like the whole Sabonis role. That's not his role. He need to get the ball, get down here, and he might have to catch a tech. He got to catch a tech. Got to catch a fine.
Throw a bow or
somebody
something.
Got to catch a tech or a fine.
Okay.
They got to because they just let him, you know, get punched on, and I ain't feeling it no more, man. I'm pulling the Cat jersey out. Next game I'm going to the Pacers. They play I think in like a week or two in the Garden. Pulling the Cat jersey out. I'm gonna be in there.
He needs your support, man. You can't bail on him, man. He needs your support, bro.
Got you, man. I gotta hold it down for my Spanish brother. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we got you.
But
man.
yeah, don't be putting me on the spot like that again, CP. I ain't appreciate it. Don't do me like that, ZP. You know, I thought we was cool, bro. I thought we was homies, man. I ain't appreciate that.
Stay up, man. It's Grabba on the Discord. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. It's Grabba on the Discord. It's Karl Anthony Towns, man. The big bodega. 14 points, 20 boards, 3 assists, 5 of 12 from downtown. 5 of 12 from field, 1 of 3 from downtown, and 1 block shot. Well, let's hear from our guy StgNick with the Garden Report. STG, man, how you feel, bro? Friday.
Man, I'm doing good. You know, Friday Night Knicks, I don't know if I saw Mr. Robert Randolph in the building, but it was Friday night.
It was.
And it was a good win, though. I thought they didn't play down in the competition, which was always good to see. Shout out to the captain on 10,000 career points. Yep. Always great to see. Definitely wanted to recap over the 5-game, winning streak. I think the biggest thing has been honestly the defense, because it's almost like, in 2022 December when they got blown out by Dallas, they flipped it around and kind of ironically a little bit similar here. Since that loss against Dallas on MLK Day, the Knicks are, have a 92.1 defensive rating, allowing only 90 points a game. Obviously that Brooklyn game is going to skew that. 40% opponent field goal percentage and 27% opponent 3-point percentage. So
there you go. That's
been very solid for sure. And another thing too, don't trade for Drew Holiday. He looked washed out there.
Yeah.
He didn't look good. Another thing too, just have to bring it up because again, no one said anything, so I just have to be the one. The starters were in the game with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left, and we were up by 29 points. I have to say it. They would be coming out with the pitchforks if Tibbs was still here, but I have to bring it up because it needs to be 2 ways. Stars were in out there, up 30 with 4 minutes left. Just have to bring it up. And then also, I don't know if you guys saw the report earlier. Doubt it would ever happen, but also according to Mr. Windhorst, one of our old friends in Oklahoma City could be a potential trade candidate.
Yeah, they say
Einstein.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say I would obviously I was playing around in the trade machine, the money would work if you were to do a Towns for Hartenstein and Lou Dort. That right there automatically gets you tougher defensively for sure. Because I think that's really more so what this team needs. If you surround them with 4 gritty defenders, I think that is really how you want to build this team. Because again, like I have faith. Again, I'm not a big Towns guy, but I think he's definitely, obviously, we've seen more capable of doing what he's been doing right now. But I have faith he can turn around. Hopefully, I think it's more of a system thing than a mental thing. What you guys were talking about, how he hears the rumors. He's been in the league for 10 years. He's been in rumors.
Yeah.
For sure. And then now we go up against the Lakers on Sunday, and it reminded me of January 24 when we went 14-2. We went play the Lakers at home on a 9-game winning streak. Now we go into the Lakers playing them on a 5-game winning streak. So let's see if we can beat them. We haven't beaten them at home in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Definitely
Yeah.
been a while, man. STG, appreciate the call, man. See you on Sunday. See you on Sunday,
Yes.
my God. StgNick on the Discord. And speaking of the Lakers, boy, 142-111. Going to D.C. and make mincemeat out of the NBA cellar dwellers. And coming to the Garden, man. Full steam ahead. So the Lakers, they are 28-18. Let's see how many games they've won. It seemed like they've been on a little bit of a roll. Let's see. Last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, last 5, they are 3-2. Lost to the Clippers. Beat the Mavs 116-110. Beat the Bulls 129-118. Beat the Cavs. Lost to the Cavs last night. Or the night before that, rather. 129-99. LeBron homecoming. Beat the Wizards 142-111. So this is the Grammy East Coast trip. So it started with the Nuggets. They beat the Nuggets 115-107. Lost to the Clippers. Lost to the Mavs. Lost to the Bulls. Beat the Mavs, beat the Bulls, lost to the Cavs, and beat the Wizards. Okay, so far on the Grammy trip, they are 4-2 on their road trip right now. Headed to the Garden on Sunday. On Sunday, man. All right, so we'll get to see the King. We'll get to see a little Luka magic. See if the Knicks can knock him out.
The last time the Knicks won at home against the Los Angeles Lakers was November 23rd, 2021.
Wow.
Wait. No,
sure?
sorry. No. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking it up here right now. Let's see.
Yeah.
At Lakers.
This wine's good, man.
What you got there, man? What type of wine you drinking?
It's a little Sauv Blanc, man. It's Friday,
Okay.
It's a long week, working hard. Let's get my sip on. A little light tonight. I didn't go with the brown tonight. I went light tonight.
I'm jealous, man.
Yeah. Just got on wine at the crib, man?
Nah, man. I was supposed to pick some up, but I was too tired. I was like, hell no. I'm just trying to get home.
Yeah.
You know how some of those days are, man.
That. Yeah, be like that sometimes on a Friday, man. Just trying to get to it.
Yeah, man. 2021.
Damn. No, we gotta get.
We're saying someone saying 2 years ago we beat them at home.
You sure? Check StatMuse.
I got landofbasketball.com. I was just telling you.
I went to one of the games when LeBron didn't play. They had Brody. I'm trying to remember if they won that game. I think they lost that game. Lakers came in on the second night of a back-to-back. I remember that. And they did lose. They turned it up in the second half, and they won. I think they beat the Knicks that night. That was when they had Brody and like DeAndre Jordan. And LeBron didn't play that night. He wasn't there. And I think the Lakers did win that game. Almost positive. But anyway, let's get to the key stats of the night, man. Knicks shoot 48% from the field, 43% from the Blazers. Knicks shoot 42% from downtown, 19 of 45 to 30 for the Blazers. Another good night at the stripe. I think that's been a little bit underrated, man. Knicks knocking down their free throws, 86% from the charity stripe, only missed 2. Rebounding battle, 52 to 37. The Knicks win there. And then you had, they won the assist battle, 29 to 23. Turnovers, fairly better. I would say better. 14 Knick turnovers leading to 13 Trailblazer points, and they turned the Trailblazers over 20 times, leading to 16 Knicks points. Fast break battle tied up 13 apiece between both teams. 50 points in the paint for the Knicks, coming off to 60 against the Raptors, to 42 for the Blazers. And then largest lead of the night, wire to wire, man, 33 points. And the Knicks led 99% of the game.
So I was just confirming. It was since 2021 since the Knicks won at home against the Lakers. Not beat the Lakers, people, at home. At Madison Square Garden. Let's make sure I'm getting that.
Yeah.
So for tonight, talking about the key stats. Look, man, biggest thing to me that stood out from this game, rebounding. 59 to 47. Yeah. I mean, just controlling the glass. I said that last night in my game preview, was that whoever won the rebounding battle was going to win the game for tonight. And look, Portland's got some guys outside of Klingon that can do the rebounding as well. Denny's another guy that can help. Drew was supposed to be doing that as well, but New York came out here and just dominated, absolutely dominated. We know Towns and Mitch can do that, but Hart, everybody else was just chipping in, even OG. So I like to see that, them being able to control the glass. And then look, second chance opportunities, another big one, man. Knicks winning that battle 20-9. Very good. That's, that coincides with the rebounding. Getting the rebounds, giving your team another opportunity to put up points. I thought the Knicks did a fantastic job of that. So those are the two key stats that stood out to me tonight.
Yeah, for me, I think keeping the turnovers a little bit lower. I think they just a little bit better over those last games in that losing stretch. I mean, they were northwards of like 16, 17, 18, so 20. So they had to keep that down and not let those opportunistic teams like a Blazer team that likes to get out and play fast, or like a Raptors team from Wednesday night, not give those guys extra ammunition to kill you with. So I do like the fact that the Knicks kept the turnovers fairly manageable and didn't allow the Blazers to kill them. And also from the charity stripe, I'm going to give them a lot of credit, man. They've been knocking down their free throws. Those are part of making winning plays. You can't be shooting 70, 60, 50% from the charity stripe. No, you got to knock down your free throws. Maybe part of it is that Mitch didn't shoot so many and hasn't been shooting as many. Maybe that's part of it. He didn't play against the Raptors, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember if he even got to the free throw line tonight. None. He didn't. So maybe that's a Mitch Robinson effect, and I'm giving the team a little too much credit. Yeah. Maybe that's just the Mitch effect. But either way, hey, the score is the score, the stats are the stats. And they were able to get that down. So there it is, man. 127-97. The Knicks get the win. Key stats of the night, man, brought to you guys by our friends at Fabletics, new sponsor of the show. Hey, check out Fabletics VIP program to get your latest active wear, your gym wear, whatever you need. They sell men's apparel, women's apparel, and the VIP program, you can get up to 80% off everything when you sign up for the VIP program. And you do that by going to fabletics.com/KFTV. And when you fill out the new user form, the quiz, and they will prompt you and ask you how you heard about them, you let them know KFTV sent you, and you will get up to 80% off site-wide. So make sure you sign up at fabletics.com. And listen, man, when you look good, you feel good, you work out well. That's just my motto. I like to dress fly, clean, and well put together when I get to the gym. It makes me focus, makes me locked in. And that's what Fabletics is all about, man. It's lifestyle, active wear, and really quality stuff, man. Durable, premium goods. And for example, like a men's hoodie, you join the VIP program, you can get it from $110 for the non-members down at $22 as a new VIP sign-up. So those are the type of discounts that we're talking about. And they have a number of quality selection in terms of their apparel, men's and women's, activewear, jackets, hoodies, sweatpants, you name it. So shout out to our guys at Fabletics. And once again, go to fabletics.com/KFTV. Sign up on using the quiz. And when they ask you how you found out about them, you let them know KFTV sent you. 80% off site-wide. Shout out to our friends over at Fabletics. Okay, let's get to the phones, man. Hear what the people got to say. LP, you up next. How you feeling, fam?
Yo, CP, Alex, what's good, man? How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
Yo, doing great, man. Yo, we got the win, fifth win. We just can't have no letdown against the fake show tomorrow, man. And I saw Alex just put that statistic out there, having beat them since 2021. That's crazy, man. LeBron, this is one of his favorite places to play. Never wanted to come as a Knick, though. He loves to come as a visitor and show out. So we won't be surprised, Sunday he has a good game and all that, but they just need to wave on all that and just, just get the win. And yeah, like y'all was saying about Cat earlier, and I said this a few nights ago, he gets back to like, and I think Alex mentioned it during that Toronto game. He's pulling on the Knicks jersey, representing the New York on the chest and all that. He can get back to that. Will be good. Because honestly, I don't think there's going to be a trade. I really don't. I know there's a lot of hype. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to wait in the offseason and see what happens. And you guys know every time it comes to New York all the time, if it is, just like they were doing the Donovan Mitchell thing or the Danny Ainge, they want to gut us for everybody. But other teams, they're not going to want everything else. They're going to want OG and this and that. But other teams, they're not going to want that, though. So, nah, man, I just think it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so. To be honest, I had Keith Smith on earlier. Shout out to everybody that tapped into our trade deadline show. I think it's Golden State, man. I think Golden State's going to be that sleeper wild card team that'll sell off all the young players and their picks and Jimmy Butler's contract and end up getting them. If they do decide to trade him, I think it's Golden State, man. What do you think? Who's your team?
Me too, CP. I agree with that. That's what I think.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, CP, man. Appreciate it, CP. Appreciate it, Alex.
Yep. Appreciate you, bro. What do you think, Al?
I think the Atlanta Hawks are going to be the sleeper team that come out of nowhere.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about it, man. What?
Yeah, man. I just think they have the assets to go out and go get them. And I think if you just, with the style that they're playing, especially if you're going to think about putting Giannis in position to succeed. I know KP hasn't even played that much, but you got Onyeka Okongwu who can also score and stretch it out. So you're going to need a guy who can stretch the floor for him if he's going to be playing there. I think the Hawks make a very intriguing destination for Giannis. They just got to figure out the point guard situation for them down there, and then you can really get things rolling for them. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks get in on this too.
Wow. Al says the Hawks. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Is there a sleeper team? Is it Miami? Is it the Hawks? Is it the Golden State Warriors? Is it the Lakers? Let us know what you think in the chat, and we will shout you guys out, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. CP and Alex on the ones and twos. Okay, let's get to another call, and then we will we'll go through some of the sound bites as well. JG on the Discord. Go ahead.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, man. Good to hear from you, man.
Yes, sir. That was a great win. I thought, there was a lot of contributions from everybody. I like the way Cat played tonight despite not scoring much. I thought OG was amazing. Brunson did his thing. I thought a big thing was, Denny coming in, averaging 10 free throws a game, I think they said, limiting him to only 3. And just really, he seemed like he was uncomfortable all night. So that was great to see. From a defensive standpoint, I think we kept opponents under 100 for 4 of the last 5 games or something like that. So, yeah, it was a great win. But I wanted to touch on the honest thing for a second, though I personally think he's not going to get traded till the offseason. I think it's easier in the offseason just for a lot of teams and even for the Bucks when more
offers. That makes sense.
But I agree with you completely that OG should go nowhere.
No.
I mean, I think a lot of fans kind of look at it how it kind of used to be in the NBA where, you have 2-3 superstars, you're going to the finals, fairly easily, depending on how good they are. So people think Brunson, Giannis were good. But, you look at OKC, they run an 11-man rotation, and they're all good players, every single one of them. So, you can't just ruin your depth like that. And I think... But I do love Giannis. I've always loved Giannis. He's a great player. And if he comes to the Knicks on a good deal, I'd be thrilled. His calf injuries do scare me, though. No one's really talking about it. But, we've seen what happened with KD, Halliburton. Calf injury leads to the Achilles. And, if that happens, we're going nowhere.
It's risky, man. It's super risky. It's risky. Because it's it's like the depreciation on a car. right? It's nice when it's brand new, but when you get it off the lot and you wait a couple years, you get it for cheaper, and then look further down the road, it becomes an older car. But in Giannis's case, it's damn, the Bucks already got the best years out of him. So it's
exactly that's kind of how I feel. And listen, again, if Giannis is here, I'd still be thrilled and just hoping for the best when it comes to his injuries, hoping he doesn't hurt it more seriously. But at the end of the day, I want to stand pat for now, see what this group can do. I think Cat, I know it hasn't looked great for a solid amount of time at this point offensively, but I do think he's a better player than this. He can figure it out. I think they can get him going. So hopefully, I'll be at the game on Sunday, so hopefully we can grab that win.
Okay. See you, man. Yo, they said he sounds like Tibbs on the call. Did you think he sound like Tibbs? They said it sounded like Tibbs on the call, man.
I can see it.
Tibbs' burner?
I can see it. Why would Tibbs calling at this hour, man? Trying to, is he trying to politic for his guy?
Well, I don't know when Tibbs watches. He might be. I think Tibbs might be replay gang. That
makes sense.
I think Tibbs is replay gang.
Hey man, he's lost some weight. You seen that?
I didn't know. I didn't see. I saw him at the D Rose stuff, the D Rose festivities. I didn't really notice.
Yeah, man. His face looks thinner, man. Looks like he's been sleeping, losing some weight, enjoying this offseason, man. I would be enjoying it too. I'm still getting paid by James Dolan, not having to work.
Hey, you're getting them 30 bags just to chill and talk coaching philosophy. Yeah.
Get to travel around the league, go hang out with your guys out in Minnesota before the season started.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that the people in chat, they throwing the tinfoil kufi on. They say they could be Tibbs. You never know.
CP.
I can't say they wrong. I can't say they wrong. You never know, man.
You got Tibbs on the books too, man? What's going on here? You cutting checks for everybody, huh?
Listen, I did, allude to the fact that the Thibodeau family were friends of the program, fans of the program last year. So, like I said, I think Tibbs is replay gang. He's catching them. He's definitely tapping in.
We're going to see CP at some spot in Connecticut recently, hanging out with Tibbs. Might go to New Haven, get a slice of pizza with the man.
For sure. Shout out to Cliff Clerval, $10 super chat says, I like the CBA as is for the Knicks to face a Pacers lineup of Reggie Miller, Halliburton, Dale Davis, Andrew Nebard, Roy Hibbert with Neesmith off the bench. Thank you, Commissioner Nosferatu. Shaking my head. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Shout out to our guy Cliff, man. Fanchise channel member. Shout out to Cliff. Shout out to Kane Marco out. Always supports us, man. $20 super chat for Kane. He says, 2 years ago, there was a watch party for the Laker game at Sucker Punch. My wife and I paid $30 to park, then couldn't get in because it was too turnt. We lost the game. We need to beat them. Yeah, that was a wild night, man. That was a wild night. That place is too small anyway, but yeah. Thankfully, it's no longer existing. But yeah, the place was too small, and it was turned up. That was the middle of a weekend. That was a random Saturday, I think. It was had that place rocking, man. Shout out to Kane Marco. But Kane, ever since, man, you've been pulling up to Slate and all of that, and we got a much bigger space for you, man. So shout out to you. Shout out to Kane Marco. Okay. Philly Raiders gifted somebody a Fanchise channel membership. Shout out to Philly Raiders. We appreciate your support. All right, let's get to some sound bites, man. We didn't get to any sound bites yet. Let's go through some of them and hear the sounds from the Knicks 127-97 win over the Blazers. First up, Josh Hart, Al. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Josh. Here he was after the game with our guy Han Solo.
That's win number 30 on the season. That's 5 straight wins. You guys have been talking along this streak about how you had to get back to playing the way you were earlier in the season. When you guys are playing your best, what does it look like?
I think, today was an example of that. Getting stops on the defensive end, playing fast, playing our game, everyone being aggressive, and, getting a lead and holding a lead.
Yeah, getting off to a good start, obviously, which is what you guys were able to do tonight. What was it that you had to do in a game like this? Because it seemed like you were trying to push pace early in that first quarter to get yourself into some easy offense.
Yeah, I think, for us, the faster we play sometimes, especially in the beginning of the game, it's to our benefit. Sometimes the second half we have to slow it down, but we got shooters, we got guys that can run the court. So playing fast is a benefit.
Now, a lot of times you guys do have to rely on, whether it's Jalen Brunson, whether it's Karl Anthony Towns. We saw in Toronto, though, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Tonight, you really get things going with more OG tonight as well. Does that show that this team does have a lot more depth?
Yeah, I think so. We got good depth. We got guys that can score. So we're able to get stops and run and play fast. We're able to play to our, advantages. But like I said, it starts with the defensive end, and I feel like we've been picking it up the last, 5 to 10 games.
All right, 20 points tonight, Josh. Thanks very much for your.
All right, that was Josh Hart. Hey, said everything we saw, man. He set that tone. He's the one that gets that unit to play fast and pick up the pace and the tempo. But everybody just followed suit, man. They were just very active out there, very aggressive to start the night. And as he said, start on the defense. I believe he did pick up the first steal of the game, and that converted into points. So that's what Josh Hart does so well for this team, and led the way, man. 20 points, 6 boards, 5 assists for Josh Hart tonight against the Blazers, man. Good
Josh
job.
Hart, man. You got to just love everything that he does.
Yeah.
The energy, the effort. You need that, man. He is that connection that the Knicks need. When he was out and the Knicks were on that West Coast trip, you could see that they missed somebody who was an aggressor, somebody who did get downhill, someone who just gave you that jolt of energy, just that, contained on some nights, reckless abandonment, and just going out there and creating something out of nothing. Happy to have him back, man. Happy that he is playing to the standard that we're accustomed to watching him play. And a good night by him tonight.
Yeah. Uh-oh. There we go, Al. The defensive player of the game has been announced, and the winner is Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges gets another Defensive Player of the Game award. And here he is, man. Here he is. Nobody to usher him in. He's the guy tonight. He's on the throne. So Mikal Bridges gets the Timbs. There's Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson. He's got his back towards the picture. There's Cap in the back. You got Diawara. He got involved. There's Clarkson. Clarkson didn't get changed the whole night. Poor Clarkson looks like he looked like he was in street clothes the entire night. But that's what he had on. And they're moving further and further away from. He's going to be sitting in the Delta Club by the next game. By the Laker game, you might find Clarkson sitting in the Delta Club watching the game on TV.
Oh man!
But there's Clarkson.
Well, fifth row Mo.
Yeah, fifth row Mo. Hey, there's Dylan Jones. Dylan Jones getting his first team picture rallying around the defensive player of the game. All right, so there goes Dylan Jones, Al. There he goes. There's Yabusele. No Yabusele showcase tonight. You got Deuce in street clothes. He's chilling. Tyler's got the chancletas on. He put in work. Well-deserved for Tyler. The squad's in there, man. Carl cheesing. OG in the backpack.
Clarkson and Shamit's just like, I'm here.
Yeah. Shamit's here, man. Shamit's here. All right, so there's the squad, man.
Was this a petty award, man? To say, hey, we got to even this thing out. We can't just giving it to Mitch and OG every single night.
Well, listen, I'm still waiting for the thriller. It's gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. You know why it's gonna happen?
Why?
Because the coach said so. Here's Mike Brown on Jalen Brunson and his defense. Here we go.
No, you're 100% correct. I mean, Jalen's a good defender, and obviously a lot of people were sleep on that, and I don't know why they have for years. But he's competitive, he's feisty, he's strong. He did. There was a clip that we used from the Toronto game. We like to make sure we 1-2 into the ball with a little physicality while leading with your chest, not with your hands, and getting over the screen as the ball comes over the screen. And if there was a definition on how to defend the ball in an on-ball in a pick-and-roll situation when you're on the ball, like I said, that play would have been it, because he step slide, used his chest, and because he did that, quickly pushed off and he picked up an offensive foul. So he's been impressed. He's been impressive leading with his chest, showing his hands, and trying to play defense the right way with a little chip on his shoulder. And so it's not just him, it's all of our guys that have done that. But it's good to see him doing it, especially with the scoring load that we put on him on the other end of the floor.
All right, hey. The coach is ready to give it to him. He's ready to give him the award, man. Captain Clutch is going to get the award, man. And I noticed the same thing. His screen navigation has been really good these past couple of games. Cap's been on it, man. He's on it.
This is like politicking for his own award. What are we doing over here, man? Why is the head coach politicking for his own award that he brought to the team? What is going on here?
Because he wants to send his guy a message. Hey, I noticed what you're doing. Keep it up. That's good. That's good motivation by the coach.
All right. Well, how about this? If he does win it, I still don't think it's going to happen. If he does win it, you know what it will be, CP?
Yeah.
It'll be like one of the last couple of games during the regular season.
No, the last game against the Hornets on like April 12th. The last game.
Exactly. That's going to be the one.
All right. It's coming, man. Trust. I'm telling you. Cap, we are issuing the Mamba Challenge. Let's go.
We really have the head coach warming us up to be like, hey, guys, pay attention to Jalen Brunson's defense because I'm about to give him the Defensive Player of the Game award, and don't be surprised.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
D-Roy, he's been fighting over the picks and hustling better. Yeah, it's noticeable.
It's crazy that Mike Brown is politicking for this award, but not politicking for Karl Anthony Towns for fouls. Can we change that up?
Right. Can we change that up? So yeah, there it is. Salute to everybody in the chat.
Midtown Mike. Let's get priorities straight around here.
All right, let's see what else we got. Was the OG one anything worth talking about? Or did he give you about 2 seconds? What OG give you? Let me see what OG gave. Let's see. He's not usually a man of many words, but here we go. All right, here's the dog after the game on the efforts. Here we go.
Here now with OG Anunoby. OG, thanks so much for stopping by. You guys got out to an early 24-point lead. It was a wire-to-wire win. How'd you do it tonight?
Just coming out, doing the things we work on in practice and execute on the floor. They're a great team, very talented. So just emphasis on getting stops and running out and sharing the ball.
For the last 5 games, you guys have held the opposition to under 100 points. Why has the defense improved so much here in the last handful of games?
Just improved communication. It's a long season, so you're going to go through ups and downs. But just, after our recent little slump, just focusing on communication and just executing what we go through. Coach BOC is a great defensive coach and just going and executing what he says.
Talking about defensive coordinator Brendan O'Connor. How about you holding Denny Avdia totally in check? He totally nullified his offensive game tonight. How'd you do it?
He's a great player, so just, trying to be aggressive, trying to make him uncomfortable. And then also it's a team effort, I would say. Kat was big time, Mikal, Josh, Mitch behind me. It was a team effort, I would say. It's a team effort when you're guarding a great player like that.
All right, OG, thanks so much for stopping by. Congrats on another great game.
Thank you.
All right, so Wednesday night against the Raptors, we had Mikal Bridges pouring his heart out. And tonight we got OG said, hey, it's a team effort. But he's right. He's right. He had a great game tonight. Did the dog OG player of the game, Al. And good defense on Denny. Whether you want to say Denny was hurt, he got banged up. Hey, you play who's in front of you. He was out there, but he had to navigate around the dog. And that's not an easy feat. So shout out to OG. 24 points, 6 boards, 10 of 16 from the field for the dog, 4 of 8 from downtown, and 2 more blocks on the night. Got into his mid-range bag, OG was nice tonight, man. He's ready. He's ready to go, man. He's going for the gusto.
Is this the Kawhi arc that we see from OG?
I don't think he can get there, but pretty damn close. I think he can get pretty damn close.
Hey, if he can get pretty damn close, I'll take that.
Yeah. Great game tonight by OG, man. What'd you guys think in the chat? Leave some comments in the chat, man. CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. Okay, what else we have here? These Brunson, these inside the locker room ones are kind of tough, man, because the audio is just never all that good. So I might skip those and just move on with what we have. But good stuff from what we got. Okay, let's get to the phones. We'll clear out the phones and then wrap up for the night. Let me load them up. on the Discord. Cliff Curval on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Cliff.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing tonight?
How you doing, bro?
I'm all right. I was at the game tonight. I just won last minute choice. I was actually not too far from the Chase Bridge.
Yeah.
Wasn't a bad view, but acoustics, iffy. Would have liked to go to the Lakers game, but not my budget
Yeah. The Chase Bridge is cool from a vantage point. We went up there. We did a group event up there. It's good.
Yeah, and as for the team, all right, it was, as you would say, like a pretty much a bum night, and Lord, we needed one of those. I think, and to reiterate what I said about like the other night when I called in, I just think, with Giannis, I'm just not with it because again, other than his title run, like, the guy had a lot of flameouts and he was not available. So, I mean, like you said, it's a big risk, and do I like the guy? Yeah, but I guess we're going. I don't think it's going to happen. So what's the point? But I like the team that we have. I think we're good. We're in good shape, and let's beat the Lakers this Sunday. Because good Lord, we've been, we got to own that back. And take care, and I'll let you guys take it the rest of the way.
Appreciate you, Cliff. Good to hear from you, man. Always appreciate the support, man. Shout out to Cliff Clerval on the Discord. Shout out to Cliff. Okay. Did we get another super chat from JFK to God that we missed? He was going off on Towns. He says $15 super chat, Al, from JFK. And he says, I'm still optimistic though. I think Mike Brown will figure out how to maximize Towns' skill set. But Brunson has to empower that change. Right now, Brunson is looking like I got mine, go get yours. Well, tonight he played within the offense. I think, in fairness to shoot some bail for Cap, I thought he played within the offense. But definitely here, JFK. He's trying to get Karl unlocked and into a rhythm. So he's putting some onus on the coach, and he's putting some onus on the point guard. So there we go. Shout out to JFK.
Was not expecting that from JFK.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was ready to just, be all out on Mike Brown, but now it's like
he came back. Came back into the middle. There we go. So where's everybody from in the chat, man? Throw your cities, throw your state, throw your country in the chat. Let us know where you guys are tapping in from. CP and Alex on the ones and twos. Post-game live on this Friday night. Weekend edition. Shout out to everybody that is getting their 100 KFTV merch right now. There you go, man. KnicksFanTV.com. 100 KFTV. We have the orange and blue edition. And we have the gold edition. There it is. Boom. Got the gold joint. Might throw this one on tomorrow. There we go. Custom KFTV tags. You see it. And these are printed on American Apparel 1301 t-shirts, man. So good quality t-shirts. And get it at KnicksFanTV.com, man. 100 KFTV. I like both versions. I'm glad we actually printed both versions, man. I like the orange and blue. I like the gold. Anyone you want in particular? You want both? You want me to send you both? Which ones you want, both? All right, no doubt, man.
If you're offering, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, we lacing the whole team. The whole team is getting 100 KFTV shirts, 100%, man. Who you want to shout out in the chat, man?
Let's see what we got. Do Things from the YO, man. Shout out to the 914. We got Flow 1742 in Boston. Not too far from me. Let's go. We got, who else we got in here? We got Marcus Miller from Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. We got Anthony Morant from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to you. Who else we got, man? Who else we got in here? We got Arthur Sims from Staten Island, New York. We got, is that Jameson? Is that Jameson? Jameson from Honolulu.
Yeah, and Carlos is listening from Hawaii. So we got Jameson and Carlos checking in from Hawaii, man.
Let's go, man. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Must be beautiful weather over there.
Yeah. Shout out Vincent Wang checking in from Taipei City. Vincent's in Taiwan right now. Shout out to Vincent, man. He holds us down. Fanchise channel member in Taiwan.
We got Remo Jones in here from the ATL, as well as Zeus Omega, who's also in the ATL as well, man.
Shout out to everybody out in Long Island, man. 516 and 631. Salute to you guys. DJ Eric L. Beats on the ones and twos. Speaking of Eric, when are we back? I think we're going to be back for watch party season next Friday. Next Friday, week from today, revenge. Knicks versus Pistons once again in Detroit. Knicks had a pretty busy week. You got the Wizards on Tuesday in DC, but then you got the Nuggets coming into town. Joker's healthy. 1 day of rest, and then we fly to Detroit to take on Detroit basketball. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, get revenge, man. You gotta get revenge against Detroit.
Yeah.
They punked you.
Yeah. Shout out to my Aussies, man. Roger that. Salute to you. Shout out to Roger that, checking in from Australia. And also shout out to the Wild Man X. Checking in, man. Shout out to my guys in the land down under. We heavy out there, man. You know, Australia is outside of the U.S., Australia is our second most viewed country and listened to on the pod.
Interesting.
Yeah, I told you, we heavy, man. We deep out there in Australia, man. They hold us down. Yeah. More than Canada. Would you believe that, A? What are you laughing at, man?
Where's Iller, man?
Yeah, what happened to Iller, man? He was real serious about that Iggy and RJ thing. Once we got rid of Iggy and RJ, he swore
Maybe
us off.
that's why Canada isn't happening anymore.
Yeah, remember him? Iller, are you still out there? He used to call in every night.
Every night.
And then when Iggy, once they got rid of Brazdakis, he got a little funny style with us. Like, he was like, he was a little aggy when he would call in, right? And I was like, all right, haha, I thought he was joking. And then when RJ was gone, you never heard from him again.
He did send me a DM through IG because he does follow me.
Oh, he did? Like recently?
No, like years ago. I was like, yo, man, I haven't heard from you in a minute. I did say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a minute. He's like, yeah, man, once the guys left from Canada, I'm not going to call in. I was like, what?
Yeah, he was dead ass. he completely...
I thought he was a Knicks fan, and then it's like, no, I'm just a Canadian fan.
Respect Shaq. He said he was glazing Iggy. Yo, he cut us off, man. I kind of feel insulted a little bit, man. We gave man time. You know, we damn near gave him his own show. Like, yo, what happened? This is how he repays us, man. Doesn't even call
he had his
anymore.
own slot.
He had his own slot. Doesn't even call us. He doesn't even check in on us. No Happy New Year. No, Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa. Like, nothing, man.
Zero. That's the thanks we get, though.
That's the thanks we get, man. You know, it's still for the fans by the fans, man. It is, man. That's it, man.
But respect Shaq ain't wrong. He was it's like Iggy. Look, I had some articles saying like, hey, maybe it could be something, but like, my goodness, you would have thought Iggy was about to be the
cut us off,
the next best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, AWAC said, "Damn Canadians."
Stick to your hockey, eh?
Shout out. All right, let's get to the phones, man. We'll wrap up the last few. Who is this here? Yuri. Oh, Yuri's back. Yuri, what's good, man?
Yo, I'm back, baby.
What's good, bro? How you feel?
Smoking on that pack, Fanchise style. Man, take your bum, whatever.
Yeah.
Out of here, New York.
Out of there.
Take your broken back with you.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
no free throw line for you. My man Cat locked you up, and JB got locked you up too. Go back to jail.
That's right, man.
Boy, oh boy. We went from a 2-8 stretch to literally we are back, all in 1 month. What an arc.
Yeah. What an arc, man. But it just goes to show you, man. It's just the ebbs and flows of the season, man. The epitaph is not yet written. I said it last year. You just got to let it play out. Health is the thing that we hope for to be consistent, and that's it, man.
Not only that, too. Hearing that Brendan O'Connor interview, it feels like the team is finally bought into the Mike Brown system. And Mike Brown literally said, you know what? I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to defense. And we can clearly see the effect it's having. Nets, 66 points.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, 109 points. Sacramento, 87 points. Toronto, 92 points. Portland, just now, 97 points. It all started with Brooklyn and a team meeting that probably JB called out everyone.
Yeah.
In that locker room after the Mavericks loss. And Mikal pouring his heart out on a post-game interview. And now all of a sudden, Cat's grabbing rebounds. He's distributing the ball. Mikal is giving you 10 points a game now consistently. OG finally breaking out like he did last year. JB's being JB. The bench is giving you sufficient room, right? I mean, damn, what an arc we went through these past month, huh?
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. And they'll get into another rut, and they'll gotta get themselves out of it, man. Too good of a team to just have a terrible year and it's all the coach's fault. Like, nah, man.
When I saw that collapse, I got reminded of the Mets collapsing back in 07.
Everybody was, comparing it to the Mets. I said, damn, it ain't that bad.
But nah, CP, this team, I don't know what's going to happen at the trade deadline. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what's going to happen at the trade deadline. But I will tell you, this is going to be the most important team trade deadline that will either make the Knicks' hopes break for a championship or they make the run and they get to the finals. This trade deadline is going to be super important.
Let's go. Yuri on the Discord. Good to hear from you, man. Stay up, man.
Always will be.
Yeah. Papa Steph, super chat. Do we make any moves at the deadline? It's not going to be the blockbuster, but I'm still leaving out hope for a Najee Marshall blockbuster. I think that'll be probably next to impossible. Not next to impossible. I think that's a little bit trickier. Now the Alvarado and Messi thing, you have reports that Alvarado wants to stay with the Pelicans. People are like, what do you mean? And they're saying with Messi, maybe they're looking for a little bit more. So I don't know how motivated the Pelicans are to trading those guys. So I don't know. I think could end up being a player that we're not even thinking about. But I think moving off that Yabusele contract is priority number one at the deadline. So we'll see, man.
Need to move off of Yabu, man. Got to figure out something that you're going to get in return that Mike Brown can actually, a player that Mike Brown can actually utilize. So they got to be looking at all avenues trying to move him. Not like if you can't find anything good to trade with Yabusele's contract, then don't do anything. Like you don't got to force the issue, but that's what they should be looking for.
Yeah, I'm all for it. So next Thursday will be the deadline. Obviously, you guys know where to find us. Trade deadline show, man. I'll be on with Ian Begley for the trade deadline special, but trust and believe if the Knicks make any moves, we'll be live here as well. So we'll be doing double duty. You can just, go back and forth. But yeah, trade deadline show February 5th, which will be Thursday. Okay. All right, Cody on the Discord. Cody, let's go rapid fire. How you feeling?
Rapid fire. I'm cool, man. We looking okay, man. We looking kind of good. I like the way we look on defense. I like Mikal, how Mikel's been playing.
Yeah.
But I heard the callers say they're buying into Mike Brown's system. It kind of looks like they went away from the system, and that's why they've been winning. Mikal, he hasn't been sprinting to the three-point line. If you notice, he's been
attacking.
He's been filling the lane.
Yeah.
He's been getting in the paint, getting it going. Then he's bringing his game out to the three-point line. And I think that's not what Mike Brown wanted him to do. Mike Brown came in saying he wanted him shooting corner threes. And even the post-game, he was like, I'm being coachable now. I was confused. Like, you did nothing he said he wanted you to do. You played your game. So I don't know if that was a subliminal to him, like, yeah, I'm coachable now.
Yeah.
But he's looking great. Pat, we're not paying him $60 million for 20 rebounds. We paying him to get buckets.
Okay.
Playing like that, I love his effort, though, the effort he's giving us, but him playing like that is going to burn us in the playoffs. You can't get used to him just producing on the defense and rebounding. He's been playing better defense. Jalen been giving effort on defense.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it defensively, but still, we got to get better offensively. Mike Brown got a lot. He's doing a lot better, but I feel like they're not playing his system. So I don't know if it's him or the players.
Well, look, the players got to buy in, and like I said, the coach got it. They got to come to a little middle ground. So, and I think this could be it. This is part of working it out. Whether it's the players meeting, this meeting, that meeting, they got to meet and figure it out, man. They're trying to get on the same page for the purpose of winning the championship. So, this is the time to figure it out. Not in April. By April, you got to know what you want to do and be on the same page. So we got 2 months to figure it out.
Less OG creating though too, man.
Man, that's a play of the game, man. The dog is a play of the game, man. What do you mean, man?
Yeah, I love it, but like if you notice on the fast breaks when they go to him, it's always a turnover. I'd rather him sprint like Mikel fill the lane, have him and Karl sprint to the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Let Josh and Mikel fill the lanes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But other than that, he's been great, man. He's been him and Mikel. They turning it on, man. We back.
We back, man.
We back. Kolek looking good.
5 in a row, man. 5 in a row.
Yeah, 5 in a row. We about to hit that tough streak though. 5 patchies. It was 5 patchies. Let's be honest though.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Philly win was a good win. I thought the Raptors win was a good win. Those are both on the road. Both on the road.
Yeah, I like the Philly win, but the Raptors they didn't have like the tallest player on the court was 6'5".
Yeah, that's their team. That's how they get busy.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, a win is a win, man. Stay up, man. We'll see you Sunday, man. Talk to you Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, I'm in the building Sunday. I'll be in there.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there as well, man. Link up, man. Hit me up.
All right, holla.
Yeah, man. Cody on the Discord. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. So, 2 games ago he said Mike Brown needs to get fired, and tonight says he's on the right track. So it happens that fast, man. We got Cody.
No.
I'll put him on mute. No, you can't come back from that one, man. He said, Mike Brown, we got to get fired 3 days ago. And now he came back and said, he's doing well. All right. That's his word. We'll get him back on Sunday, man.
That was the fastest you right.
Yeah.
He was like, well, the Raptors didn't have a legit center. And he was like, well, that's how they play. And he's like, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, we got him. We got him tonight. So we'll get him back on Sunday. Shout out to Cody, man. Call back anytime. It's Cody on the Discord. Okay. All right. We got the rhyme animal, Chuck D, to close us out. Chuck, how you feeling, man?
Well, I ain't always got to close. I mean, I rarely call like twice in a month. But
yeah, well, that's why we got to close with you because we don't. When you call in, it's a special time, man. So we give you the floor, man.
I'm gonna have my J Boogie spirit.
There we go.
J Boogie in the Discord. They still probably can't think of the Discord out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that was a quick turnaround by Cody. It was like, yeah, you're right. Because I was laughing. I was dying when he said, they ain't open 6'5". I was like,
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Pick up to Cody. Cody said, mute myself. I was like blasting it all in the lounge. But, I really like how this team likes each other. I really like that because chemistry is it's the hardest city in the world, man. And the hardest thing to do in New York is get chemistry. And I think that's the number one thing that a New York Knicks team has to achieve, a team that likes each other. I've been watching this team for 60 years, man. And it's not always a given, man. Mm-hmm. Even when we had areas where we were just buying superstars and thought we were going to buy our way to a chip. And I get some of the same feeling now because, now you look around and instead of people talking about the All-Star game or All-Star game weekend, it's all about trade deadline now. Now it's gone from, basketball to Ball Street, not Wall Street. And, I get it now. Shams, every time Shams speaks, everybody's quiet because he's got the crop report and all that. And I just think that right now with the NBA, it's, man, All-Star game weekend, these players, man, they're all paid. And I think the number one thing they're looking for in a long season is the vacay. Dominique Wilkins was talking about players are concerned about their brands. That's 5 years ago. Now they're concerned about the islands in February.
Yeah,
man.
well, how about the comment from Tim Legler? Tim Legler said he's never seen it so bad where it seemed like, players are disinterested.
Yeah,
we used to have so many lopsided games.
You paid a lot, you got money, you young, and it's a long season. And they worked on the beginning. I think I said this on the last show. They worked on the beginning of the season, and regardless of what anybody thinks, those that get in the playoffs, there's nothing better than the NBA playoffs.
Right.
But that middle right now, man, before it used to be the All-Star game, and individuals really worked hard with individual stats and all that, so they can meet up or probably get selected for the All-Star game.
Yep.
And that was a summit right in the middle of the season that everybody looked at.
A link up.
Yeah. Now, if you're not looking at All-Star Game or All-Star Game weekend, then you got a valley there that you can't fill in January and March. So
That's right.
before February meant something. So that's something the league got to work on. So it's not. I don't think it was just a Knick problem. I think it's a league problem, and our team fell into it post-mortem after the trophy that what they call it, that we won.
NBA Cup.
Yeah. NBA Cup, right? So, okay, now you got this new lull that you got to figure out how to patch up. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they got to fix that. About Bridges, here's my take on this. It's hard being the fourth option. He ain't going to be the first. He ain't the second. He ain't the third. So being a fourth option, and he's not the glue guy, because our glue guys is Josh, Mitchie, Deuce, and then so on. Other guys fill in. It's a very difficult role to know that you're going to be a fourth option and be kind of happy with it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we have a fourth option, because a lot of teams ain't got a guy who's in the fourth option that can actually, give you 30. And it's just about the motivation thing, I think, with Bridges. But, I mean, from my point, looking outside and in, I think a lot of these cats, their motivation, that's why they got 8 assistant coaches or something like that. So
yeah.
Motivation is a hard thing, but man, Bridges is a keeper, man. Bridges, OG, you're not going to get better than those guys at the wing in the playoffs. And all right, here's two more points.
Mm-hmm.
We got the best fans in the world in the hardest city. Even Clyde said tonight, he says, "Yo, man, it's like playoff atmosphere up in here."
Yeah.
There ain't no other place, man, like that, man.
Doesn't compare.
Got a great team and the greatest fans. We just can't, stretch it over 82 games all the time. And we hope that the players understand how important it is. Last January, I went to OKC invited by the mayor, if you remember, right?
Yes, you did. Yep.
Ain't nothing else to do in that town. And I saw the camaraderie on the Thunder's bench. They were united. They're having fun. But what else is it to do in OKC? That's basketball city. So when I look at the Knicks, I'm surprised that a team is so tight. They like each other. And that has a lot to do with the captain. I think Jalen Brunson is underrated when it comes down to basically gluing this team together on the same accord. Throw all the salaries out the window, throw the mathematics out the other window. What's the eye test on the feeling of this team, how they feel about each other? Now, I think, Clarkson is he's a little salty probably because he's on the outside looking in. But you're going to get 1 or 2 or 3 people on the outside looking in. It's going to be like, damn. But he's new. Josh, Mitchie, and Deuce have been there. And they riding, and they know they could be the glue people that's important. Last point I'm going to make. Do y'all remember in the 90s, because I'm going to give you 2 eras, our championship era when I was a kid and the 90s. Do you ever remember of it being an emphasis on stats? I never knew Knicks stats in the 90s. It was like they wasn't even important.
Nah, not even
Every
close.
time we worry about stats, we got a losing team or a team that's struggling to have chemistry and continuity.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, the Knicks with Clyde and Willis and Jerry Lucas and Earl Monroe and Dick Barnett, Dave DeBusschere, I don't even remember their stats. Matter of fact, and I'm a kid trying to say, okay, every Tuesday they used to release the NBA stats, and I'll open up Newsday, and it said the top 20 scorers, and and Clyde would be in there, but he'd be like number 17, and rebound. Oh, hey, maybe one of our guys be in the top 5 rebounder. The Knicks, when we won, nobody was in the stat sheet. I mean, the upper stat sheet.
It was just about like the milestones, right? And then they would say, like, according to the Elias Sports Bureau, somebody said so and so, and that was it. It was all about the Elias Sports Bureau. That was the system of record. You know what I mean? You had to go to them. So
right. It was the chemistry that was gold, because chemistry in New York is the hardest thing. And lastly, I do whether it don't mean either way because he's the owner. I don't think that Dolan talking about trading in the summer for Giannis was the best thing for the camaraderie of the team. Or he's the only he can say what the hell he wants. But I just think once you start dipping that trade rumor on a player, and especially a young player, it's no telling where their head might go. You already see it, although it's a different sport, in baseball. Let a player be on, up at the plate, and they on the trade deadline. They are pressing at the plate. I am telling you, when a player knows that they're going to get traded, and it's luckily that a lot of the players are Latino, so they don't hear all the talk about the pressures about the player in the press. So we got to take that in consideration. But here they are, they're professionals, and here we go into February. And it's a long season, man. And I don't know what they're going to do about that All-Star game, but that is a sad slumping valley for the NBA. They got to fix that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like the people that I know that's going. Everybody's like, "Well, I'm leaving Sunday." they go for everything before the game. They go to everything before the game,
and the game's in LA.
Yeah,
okay,
I got people now.
It's
like, man, you couldn't pay me to go to the game.
Right. If the next game is in Minnesota or Utah or, no offense, but, I guess, I can't name I won't name the other cities, but I'm just saying, man, if it ain't the right city, man, that game is worse.
100%, man. 100%, man. Appreciate the call, OG. Throw a hashtag.
We got the best fans in the world, man. Best fans in the world. We got a great team.
The Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Throw some fives in the chat. The Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. How could you not close with that? He said, I don't want to go. How could you not close with the Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man? Yeah, back in the days, man. Like, bro, I'll never forget when I went to the All-Star Game 98, the first one at the Garden. Like, that was like a dream come true, man. It was insane, No Knicks even played in the game. You wasn't. There were no Knicks, but it was just to be in that building. And, those guys, they did not cheat the game. It was Jordan, Penny, Shaq. You had Duncan, KG, Kobe, Grant Hill. I mean, it was insane just to be in the Garden that day. And they took the game serious. It's just not like that anymore, man. Like, there's no interest in going because these guys, as you see, right, they're disinterested in the regular season. What do you think they're doing in the All-Star game? It's different. A lot is different. The game has changed. Seasons are long. The guys are making more money. The marketing, all of that. It's just a different time now. Different time now. We just got to get used to that and know that the competitive days are gone.
It's a completely different time, CP. I mean, the last time we saw something even decent for an All-Star game was when they had the Elam ending for the first time.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to figure it out now, just how do you make it more engaging? And by the way, that Elam ending was when it was that same year that Kobe passed. So it's like there's going to be a little more juice in that game, of course. They wanted to do it for his spirit. It's just tough, man. I mean, no one wants to get hurt. Everyone wants to be healthy for the remainder of the season. They're thinking about the postseason. There's not really a show that they're looking forward to for that, even though it's meant for the fans. Honestly, what I tune in more so for is everything else but the game, especially like the day where you get the skills challenge, 3-point shooting, the dunk contest. Although the dunk contest hasn't been great, 3-point shooting is the real thing that I'm actually tuning in for, just seeing who can do that.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the most competitive event out of all the things. Then it would be to the skills challenge, then the dunk contest. But those are really the events that you're tuning in for, man. So to Chuck's point, they did a great job getting you engaged at the beginning of the season with the in-season tournament. We obviously got the postseason. I just think it's very difficult considering you have to work around the All-Star break, and there's not really anything you could do during that time period to really bring up a lot of stuff, because it's either you scrap the All-Star break and figure out something else that's going to replace it, but that'd just be too many events at the same time just to, help fans get back into it. Or you could potentially be taking the appeal away of what you're trying to get from the All-Star game if you direct it to something else.
Yeah. Shout out First Lady of Sports. She said she went to the one in 2015. I was thoroughly embarrassed with that one. I couldn't believe it. I mean, that was one of the worst ones when they really just like mailed it in. And it was whack because, like, you know, Melo was representing us and representing the East. And I thought I was like, oh, okay, all right, we back. You know, it's in New York again. And that was one of the worst All-Star weekends and one of the worst games. They put the dunk contest in the Barclays Center. Who cares? Like, why would you do that? You know, they showed Brooklyn a little bit too much respect. Like, why would you not have the dunk contest in Madison Square Garden? That was ridiculous. And so... yeah, it's been bad, but we'll see. We'll see if LA can bounce back, man. We'll see, man. Yo, shout out to Sunny Dog, man. Gifted another 10 Fanchise channel memberships. So shout out to Sunny Dog for continuing to support us and supporting new Fanchise channel members, man. Shout out to Sunny Dog. Okay.
Shout out to Sunny Dog.
Yeah, shout out to Sunny Dog. Okay, so tomorrow we will have Game of the Week preview. We'll preview the Laker game. Obviously, big game. We got the Lakers coming into town, and then we'll have play-by-play and post-game live for the Laker game as well. Yo, I saw this on the social media. We gotta say sayonara, salute, and rest in peace to the Colosseum Mall on Jamaica Ave. Tomorrow or today, as we enter into Saturday, last day, man. It is closing for good. You know, Jamaica, that whole corridor there has been really, you know, gentrified and changing, and it's really the last big metro hub in New York that really hasn't been fully redeveloped. So it's in that process, and part of that, the Colosseum Mall, man, a place where history and childhood memories were made, Al. So yeah, man, it's a big staple in my life, in my late teenage years, you know, when I was becoming myself. Took many a trips to the Colosseum, man. Many a trips, man. You ever been to the Ave, man?
I've been to the Ave.
Yeah. Okay.
So you gonna go to the Colosseum and pour one out, man? Is that what
I kind of want to, man. I do kind of want to pull up tomorrow, just, you know, take a walk. You know. Those are so many memories, man. I actually wrote them down if you'd like to hear. Story time with CP. So, my top 4 memories. Driving to Jamaica Ave and going to the Coliseum. First and foremost, I park on the roof. That was my routine. I park on the roof of the Coliseum and then make my way downstairs. Now, I would go all the way to the basement first. And there's a reason why, Alex. Okay, there's a reason why you go to the basement first. Like, sometimes, you know, you're taking a long drive. I'm driving from Long Island, so you might have a long drive depending on the traffic going through Queens. So, my guide to the Ave was this. If you got to use the bathroom at the Ave, you do it first before you get your shopping in. All right? That's the first order of business. The bathroom down there in the Coliseum, it was kind of in the cut. So, like, you know, you could get caught lacking if you're going down there with merch and stuff like that. So, you get that out the way. Then, I would go to Mo's Sneaker Spot. Check on Mo's Sneaker Spot. Get your shopping in. You know, you go your sneaker shopping, your window shopping, and chop it up. Believe it or not, before the sneaker hype became like ridiculously crazy and hype beast, you used to be able to negotiate prices on the Ave for like good kicks. For Jordans, Air Force One, you used to be able to negotiate and get some money knocked off. So you go to Mo's Sneaker Spot. They would have one downstairs. They would have one upstairs. They had another sneaker spot upstairs. You go see the guy in his cat with the glasses. He'll take care of you. The one upstairs. Also, a hidden gem in the Coliseum. In the back, you go see the Korean guy that owned the video game spot. All right? When Madden would come out, like if Madden came out on a Tuesday, the Korean guy at the video game spot would have it on a Saturday. You go get your Madden early. All right? So I had the Madden. I had the 2K early bird before everybody else. I'm rocking. Okay, so I would get all that done inside the Coliseum first. Then I would hit the street. Go get some CDs. Go get some mixtapes. That's how you're going to know the latest music, all right? It's not just going to be all out there for everybody to download and everything is just loosey-goosey. No, you had to go and wait for new music to drop. So you go get your new Clue tape, your Big Mike joints, your Who Kid, your DJ Absolute. And like each one of those guys, they would like, especially later on in the mixtape game, they would break like certain artists. So you knew if you wanted to hear the new Fab, the new Desert Storm, you go get a Clue tape or a DJ Envy tape. If you want to hear new G Unit, you go get a Who Kid tape. You know what I mean? If you want to hear some new Nas, mixtape Nas, or some Mobb Deep, you got a Cutmaster C tape. You know what I mean? So everybody kind of specialized with different artists. You got a K-Slate tape. And those are my times, man. Maybe you go get like a matching white tee for the new kicks you just got. You go to S&D Underground. Or you go see the white tee guy. He might have it in like a black garbage bag. You know what I mean? You get a 2 for $10, 2 for $20. Fresh Galaxy white tee. The size 3, 4X. I'm going to show you some pictures, boy. 2, 3, 4X. Everything in my era.
Okay.
The polos, 2, 3, 4X, everything. Yeah, that was my vibe at the Ave, man. You know? That was my vibe at the Ave. I typically do all that within like the span of like 30 minutes and then get up out of there. You know, it can get a little volatile out there. So you don't want to be hanging around too long, man. Yeah, just in and out. You know, and make sure you're there when the sun is out and not when it's dark. You get a little volatile. So you just got to know how to move. You're in, you're out, you get your business, back it up and get up out of there, man. Yeah.
CP, so this is where you're now the art of in and out, efficient shopping, know what you look for. Yeah. If something does catch your eye, you make a quick decision. Do I want to buy it then and there? If not, come back another day.
You ain't loitering on the Ave. You know what you want. You know what you're going to go get. You go get it and get up out of there, man. That's it, man. That's it. Yeah, history, man. Sad. All good things got to come to an end. But that was certainly for people around my age. I'm 41 now. People around my age, your age, they know about the Ave, man. And those days were definitely classic times, man. So rest in peace to the Colosseum Mall, man. Jamaican patties and cocoa breaders for sure.
Respect, man. They're doing all this development work, man. You know, they're tearing down old buildings, putting new stuff up, all these old shopping centers. They're doing that in my hometown as well. The Galleria shut down in 23. That's where I used to hang out most of the time, and now they're going to be putting up as they call it, a multi-use development. So I feel the pain, man. I feel the pain.
Well, like I said, when you got LIRR, you got the subway. I mean, you have so much mass transportation. It's really the last frontier when it comes to building out Metro New York. So, that's that. Unless you want to get into East New York, that might be a little while for East New York. But so the Ave is next, and that's that. But yeah, even like maybe last year. So I got caught. I was trying to catch a detour off the Van Wyck, and I was trying to cut through Jamaica Ave to get to like Merrick Boulevard. Bro, the whole thing, there's no cars allowed. It's only buses.
Wow.
They turned the Ave into almost one big bus lane. You can't even drive down there. So that's how much it's really changed, man. But yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, Al. Good show, man. We'll chop it up tomorrow, and then we'll chop it up Sunday, man. Good stuff, man.
Let's get it, man. Let's defeat the Lakers, man.
Let's go beat the Lakers. Shout out to K Marco. I think he snuck in a $10 super chat. Says stats become more important when these delusional Bron fans try to make a case for their guy over the actual GOAT.
Good Lord.
Shout out to K Marco.
That's
might
a gem.
Be right.
Oh, that's a gem, and that is accurate.
Yeah, he might be right. All right, everybody, man. Salute to the Replay Gang. Remember, these shows are available in audio podcast format. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. Be safe. Keep it positive. We out of here. Peace.